All right, so this is how it happened, right? I was on Reddit yesterday and I was just looking through all of these stories about crochet and knit, and just the drama was just, it blew my mind and I could not process this myself. So I had to call my mom to come sit on my orange couch because we need to talk about it, friends. There's a little something that happens on Reddit called Am I the Asshole? And it's essentially these stories of people trying to figure out, is it me or is it somebody else? And surprisingly enough, there are a lot of stories about people giving crochet, receiving crochet, interacting with crochet, knitting as well, all of the crafts. So we're gonna sit here with our coffee, cheers, and our whips, and we're gonna go through these stories, and we encourage you to do the same. And if you've got responses to these, I wanna hear it all down in the comments. All right, my loves? Now, before we get into any of these stories, of course, we have to give some love to our Cup of Caffeine sponsor. And today's Cup of Caffeine sponsor is a little bit different. I'm giving some love to somebody who sent me a really, really sweet email. It was this person named Gabby. Now, sadly, Gabby's had a lot of loss in her family. She lost her mom, she lost her cat, and then she lost her mom's mom, unfortunately. But in her email, she told me that she put her crochet down, she was kind of going through some things, and she ran across our videos on YouTube. And she wasn't planning to watch them. She was like, I thought it was too soon, I was gonna get all emotional. But she ended up watching them, and she said she was crying and laughing and kikiing with us. And she said it kind of broke something for her. It warmed her back up to crochet and also warmed her up to remembering the good times that she had with her mother. I thought that was absolutely beautiful because I love being able to do this with my mom. And I know there are a lot of other mother-daughter duos out there who enjoy our videos and people who've experienced loss as well. And maybe it's a bit bittersweet watching these, but whatever it means to you, please raise your glasses for our good friend Gabby. Thank you, Gabby, so much for watching our videos. We appreciate the support and we're sending all of our love to you, my dear.
And for your grandma and your mom.
Cheers to Gabby. All right, so while we get into these stories, we are gonna do a little bit of stitching. What are you working on today, Mom?
I am working on a pair of pants.
Pants?
Yes.
And I am actually trying to get caught up on my Roll With It blanket. I was doing the numbers the other day and I was like 70 or so squares behind. So every kind of quiet moment I've been getting. All right, babes, you already know the drill. Big thank you to Quince for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna be real with you. Mentally, I am completely checked out of summer. If it was up to me, it would be 60 degrees outside and all of the leaves would be bright orange. But then I actually walk outside and it feels like soup and the sun is working overtime. Thankfully, Quince still has plenty of amazing summer styles for you to check out. First, what I'm wearing right here, this is the Tinsel Jersey Fit and Flare dress. The plant-based fabric is light and flowy while still being breathable, and it helps that this is machine washable. This is the dress I like to throw on when it's time to go run some errands. I'm picking up packages, I'm getting groceries because I don't need to look like I just rolled out of bed, even if I did. Then there's the 100% European linen shirt dress. Every new piece I get in linen makes me fall more in love with it, and this one is no exception. I got it in this nice neutral color so I can zhuzh it up in a zillion different ways. Most days though, I just throw on a crossbody, some shades, and go about my business. And finally, my favorite piece from this entire shipment, these are the Bella Stretch Wide Leg Jeans. I don't know about you, but it's getting so much harder for me to find a decent pair of jeans, so I love how they're setting the bar high with this one. They're stretchy, they hug me in all the right places, but the cherry on top is that these are offered in plus size and in tall. Now you might think those extra 2 inches don't make a difference, but in this case, oh, they absolutely do. Quince actually has a plethora of plus sizes in sweaters, shirts, jeans, dresses, and activewear. They're not the brand that are gonna give you 2 options and then call themselves inclusive. But I will say, if you're a little bit fluffier in the arms, you might wanna size up in the tops. Free shipping, free 365-day returns, price is so good they'll make you cry tears of joy. Quince has it all, and they might be the perfect fit for you too. I've got links for all of the pieces I wore today down in the description. Go take a look at Quince because you deserve nice things too. Thanks again to Quince for sponsoring today's video, and thank you so much for watching. Your support makes partnerships like this possible. Now, let's get back to the show. Woo, girl, here we go. The title is, Am I the Asshole for Asking My Girlfriend to Stop Knitting So Much? Oh. So the gentleman is a 30-year-old male. He has a girlfriend who's a 27-year-old female.
Okay.
So my girlfriend is really into knitting and has been long before we started dating 3 months ago.
Oh.
At first, it didn't bother me, and I thought it was cool she had a hobby, but then I realized just how much she does it. Granted, she's not pulling out the knitting hook. The knitting hook? Strike one. She's not pulling out the knitting hook at dinner or anything, but it seems anytime we're watching TV together or just hanging out at her place, she's always working on some project. She says she needs to keep her hands busy and it's like fidgeting for her, but I severely doubt that she can be fully present. You don't have to pay attention when you fidget, and she literally always jokes that she doesn't know how to count. She sounds like somebody I know. Like, she sounds like all of us.
All of us.
Now, she claimed it's not all the time, but it's definitely more often than not. She argued that she can follow TV show plots just fine, but when I quizzed her on some details, she couldn't answer some of the questions. So I think my point stands. He's a spicy boy. Then she said, if it's an important conversation, I obviously put my work down, but I think we have different definitions of what important means.
I'm sorry.
She said, I also told her I would like to be able to cuddle and physically interact with her during TV time. She said, we can still cuddle, but it's literally not the same. I want her to be interested in me, not some pile of yarn. Strike 2. This might be petty, but I think I might feel better about it if she knitted things for me.
Oh.
Strike 3, you're out.
Yeah.
But it always seems to be bags or clothes for herself or some random squares. She did make a pretty cute toy for my dog though, and that was actually nice. Anyway, I sat her down the other day, told her my perspective, and instead of being willing to compromise, she told me that I'm the one that's not listening to her and essentially called me an asshole. She's a great girl and I don't want to lose her over this, but I'm also not sure what to do. Am I the asshole?
Yeah. 100%.
Yes, I think that's pretty clear.
I'm going to say this. This year I will celebrate my 41st wedding anniversary. My husband knows after 41 years of being together that there is a time and a place for all of that touching. When she says she needs this to not be fiddly, what she's really saying is, I need this so I don't kill you.
Yeah.
You are not listening to her. You are listening to something somewhere that has told you that this is how it is supposed to be.
Yeah. So I can see it from both sides because I, especially having made this my career, I'm that person. I always have yarn in my hands. It's always got a deadline. I'm working on a design, whatever. My first instinct is, sir, I'm gonna need you to take several seats. I'm gonna need you to chill. I'm gonna need you to fall back, because when I hear she's knitting, or you said hook, so maybe she's crocheting, and maybe that's where you messed up because you don't actually know anything about her hobby. You have not showed any interest in what she's actually doing unless it's for you or your dog. Ooh. But on the other hand, I can definitely recognize that there should be some balance, right? Like maybe y'all have a show where when that show is on, y'all are locked in.
100%.
Because yeah, I can follow a plot for the most part when I'm crocheting, but I might not get all the details, or if there are looks exchanged between characters, I might miss that.
I'm sure while you're saying all this stuff, there must be things that you do that you have outside of your relationship.
Absolutely.
That you've done before. I'm sure if you, especially if you game, you're not stopping to look in her face.
No.
And, come on now.
Come
honey.
on, sir.
You're being a little selfish.
I'm not hearing a whole lot of meeting in the middle.
Nothing.
I'm not hearing a whole lot of understanding. Because if you took a moment to understand, truly understand what she's making, who it's for, what her craft is, what it means to her.
She might be learning. Maybe she's actually
she needs to focus.
In the midst of learning. Maybe she puts whatever she's going through into her craft.
Yes.
She may be mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually going through something. And so she puts it into her yarn.
Yep.
I know when my mom passed away, that's what I did.
What really like frustrated me, like I felt it up my spine, is when he was like, I would feel better about this if she was making stuff for me. Sir, y'all need to break up. Y'all need to cut it off.
Obviously don't know the boyfriend sweater.
The boyfriend, the sweater curse?
Yes.
You clearly don't know. Because
thing.
listen, you need to go look it up.
Yes.
Because do you know how long it takes to make a sweater,
He
sir?
don't have a
Do you
clue.
know how much yarn costs for a sweater? And you
know
just
how many-
randomly want something?
You
So
have
all
no
things
clue.
considered, so when it comes down to it, is he the asshole?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You are the asshole. And I think
Thumbs
you knew
up.
that. I think you knew that. You are the
Yeah.
asshole. And I'm glad you recognized it.
Right.
And I'm glad because before you even posted this, you already knew there was a possibility
You
that this
could've
one was
been.
on you.
Right.
And this one is absolutely on
It's
you.
100%.
You are the asshole, for sure.
Next.
Next. Let's get into this next one. The title is, Am I the Asshole for
Probably.
Rejecting My Mother-in-Law's Challenge and Giving Her Instructions to Learn How to Knit? I'm a knitter and enjoy making all kinds of things, but for the most part, I knit things for me or my husband.
Okay.
I don't have the heart to buy nice yarn, a pattern, and put hours into making something for someone just to watch it treated like crap. I have no say over what others do with the things I give them, so I just don't. Now, my mother-in-law said, I have a challenge for you if you're up to it. She pointed to a picture on her phone and said that the challenge was for me to make her a Sophie scarf that would match a dress. I asked her, why are you framing it as a challenge when it's just you asking me to knit something for you? She didn't have an answer and just said if I'm up for the challenge, I can give it a try. I asked my husband what I should do. He said to just flat out tell her no, but I figured it would be nice to at least meet her halfway. I asked her to send me a picture of the dress and I went to my yarn store and I got yarn in a color I thought would be good and a pair of needles from my stash. And then I got her a Learn to Knit book. The next time I saw her, I gave it all to her and said, here's all the stuff that you would need to make a Sophie scarf except the pattern that you need to buy yourself. She looked at me like, what the heck, and said in a pity voice, oh, you couldn't figure it out. I said, nope, I've made myself a few, but I thought it would be better for her to learn how to knit and she would be able to challenge herself. She frowned at it, but didn't say anything else to me and just set the yarn aside. She did, however, go to my husband and tell them that all she'd done was give me a challenge, but I hadn't even tried. He heard her out, but told her it was ultimately up to me. I have unfortunately seen her posting on her Facebook about how she doesn't get my generation and why we have to make everything so difficult. I thought this would be an interesting question to pose to you all, so am I the asshole? That one's complicated.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't think that people have any concept of the skill it takes.
Yeah.
Because people believe they put the word craft on it. So that automatically
They're like
makes it
cheapening it.
simple,
Yes.
easy. It's an art.
It is an art.
It is an art
Yes.
to be able to actually sit down and do it. So you don't get to challenge me to do anything.
And how you gonna post something as a challenge like, oh, I need to rise to the occasion, which when what you're really asking for is, hey, do this for me.
Free.
Like that's the part
Free.
that I'm stuck on.
Right.
It's like, I don't hear, I'm gonna buy the yarn for this. I'm not hearing, do you have time to make this for me? I'm not hearing, my birthday's coming up. Can you make this for anything like that? I'm hearing, you know how to do this thing, and I want this thing.
And I want it.
So go do the thing.
You do it.
Because I'm your mother-in-law. You married my son, so you gotta do what I say.
Girl.
That entire like construct and expectation is just still so wild to me. Because like at the end of the day, yes, when you marry someone, you do marry their family. But first and foremost, I am an independent person. And I can make decisions about what I want to do with my time and who I want to gift my crafts
Yes.
to. Because you see me stitching and you see how effortless it is for me. You
Yes.
see how much I enjoy it and how
Yes.
good at it I am. So you're like, oh yeah, I want some of that. But instead of humbling yourself and asking to the point where I would actually want to do it for you.
But you got an attitude.
But you got an
'cause
attitude.
You want it done for free.
Yep.
You want free 99, and that is not the way life
That is not. And that's not how handmade gifts work. And the only reason that she's in this situation is because you have created an environment where she doesn't feel comfortable telling you no.
No. And why
Exactly.
is that? No is a complete sentence.
Complete sentence with a period at the end.
Yes. Sometimes you gotta put an exclamation point.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to explain to you that I don't like you enough to do it. I shouldn't have to explain to you that I don't think that you would take care of it
Right.
after I've put all this time and effort into it. You're being inconsiderate. Yes, she is the butthole, not you.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, she's saying in the first paragraph as well, I'm not going to go through all of the effort to make something for someone and then they not appreciate it.
Because that's heartbreaking.
Yes, it's the worst. Clearly, she's been in a situation before where you put in the time, the effort, the money, the talent, the everything. To make something for someone, it's meaningful for you, but it's not meaningful for them. And that makes somebody gun shy when it comes to making gifts. So I'm like, it only takes one time. One time for me to see that nice cashmere scarf I made for you tossed in a corner where I'm like, okay.
Or that mohair yarn.
And can I give y'all a little piece of advice? Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but for anybody who's not in the choir who receives a lovely handmade gift,
Right.
I did not give you that gift for it to sit in a closet or on a shelf or in a drawer. I gave you that thing to use. And the next time after I see you, I really, really hope to see the thing that I gifted to you. Like, I really, really do. That needs to happen because it happens far too often.
It does.
That
And it
like
hurts
that
you.
people's idea of valuing what you gave them is like treating it like this super precious thing that you can't actually use.
It's probably about 30,000 stitches in it. Could you use the
Please, come on, y'all. To bring it back to this situation, we gonna wrap this up.
Yes.
Please don't pose me executing my craft as a challenge
to me.
from you to me.
Right.
I'm already gonna do this. Now you saying
Snowflake?
like you want to propose a challenge to me to make something for you? That don't even sound right.
That's not a challenge. You being aggressive.
That is aggressive. That's not that's some weird passive aggressive.
Yes,
like y'all
passive
clearly
aggressive. That's
already have a fraught relationship.
Yeah.
And then when you tell her, hey, now I have a challenge for you, she go run to your husband and be like, oh, she being mean to me. No, that's not what happens, sweetheart. Now, the question of who's the asshole here? I think it is very, very clear that mother-in-law is the asshole. Now, is our poster an asshole? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 4. Because it was a little bit shady.
That you did.
It's a little bit shady. I love it though. Mom is an asshole on 10, you an asshole on 4.
Yeah.
And we gonna leave it there.
Okay, let's have a sip. Cause
all right, girl, you ready for the next
yes.
one? All right, this one, the title is, Am I the asshole for telling my friend her crochet scarf isn't worth $150? So my friend, who is female, 18 years old, is selling crafts and crochet things. She's been complaining that her stuff isn't selling like she wants it to. She's been making these scarves that are crocheted and have designs on them. The one she was selling has an ant design crocheted on them, and I thought it was really neat. I told her I wanted to buy it from her. She told me she'd sell it to me for $150. $150 during these times is insane, all caps. How can she expect anyone to pay that for a scarf? I told her $150 was way too much and that nobody has that kind of money laying around for a scarf. She got super defensive and told me that I don't understand how much time it takes, which sure, I'm sure it takes a long time to make, but that doesn't automatically make the scarf worth that. My friend group is divided on the issue. Some of them think I was being rude, but others know I was being honest. Am I the asshole? I can see both sides. Yes, economically, maybe not the best time to be paying $150 for a scarf. I would have lots of questions about fabric content, how big the stitches are, what kind of techniques are we using?
Right, what kind of application is this?
Yes, but at the end of the day, when you're relatively new, it is unreasonable to expect somebody to pay the full value of what it is that you made. I would almost argue you should never expect somebody to pay the full value of what you made because the price is astronomical.
Yeah.
The amount of time you put into something, the yarn that you use, how much time you've spent building your technique, whatever marketing that you do, the time that it takes you to stand at your booth at a craft show, all of that adds up and you're probably never gonna make back the true value.
Not in the beginning.
Not in the beginning. I mean, honestly, I can't even think of any point when I was selling at craft shows where I would charge $150 for a scarf. I would never expect. And I would never charge my friend $150 for a scarf. Even if the scarf was worth $150, I'd probably tell my friend
I'd have to eat
$70.
Yeah, I'd have to eat half of it.
Yes, I would just know that I'm losing money, but I'm investing in my friendship.
Right, but especially if you know the friend's obviously situation.
They're not gonna
$150 may not be feasible for them.
I have a little bit of advice for the friend, the one who's making the things.
Okay.
Sweet love, I need you to maybe ask some peers in this craft space, what's the going rate for handmade items these days?
Yeah.
Because I can't think of too many circumstances where I can make a $150 piece, post it somewhere, and expect somebody to pay that without asking any questions.
No question. If you're selling a $150 scarf, and we're not saying that you're not going to be able to do that one day or tomorrow, or maybe you know somebody who's done it, so they go to different craft shows. There are different shows that, yes, people expect to pay.
Art shows.
Yes, art shows.
Let's be clear, art shows, not
art
necessarily
shows,
craft shows.
And there are people who expect to pay what it is that you're looking for. I've been to those and I've sold things at those, and I've been to craft shows and I sold a $10 hat for $4.50 because that's all the little kid had.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take this hat home, babe.
Now, for the friend, the person who's asking, am I the asshole? I do not think they are the asshole here. I don't think so. I think they're trying to help this person find some perspective. I think the fact that you approached your friend and said, hey, I really like that thing that you made. I'm interested in it. How much is it?
Yes.
And not even like, here's what I'll give you for it.
Yes.
Asking how much it was. Now, can we be a little bit more respectful of a person pricing their items how they want to? Sure. We could, because even if she's a little delulu in the fact that she might get $150 for that scarf, it's still her scarf.
It's her scarf.
It's her scarf to hold on to until somebody will give her $150.
Yeah.
Let her live in her land of clouds and marshmallows. So, are you an asshole? Out of 10, I will give you a 3.
Oh, wow. I'm giving each one of them 5 and 5.
A 5 and 5?
I'm giving them a 5 and 5. You're responsible for helping your friend out, but you are also responsible for being tactful with your friend.
Sure. Yeah.
To not make her believe that she's never going to get what she's asking.
We don't want to discourage her.
We don't want to discourage her. I'm not trying to be funny. I'd rather hurt your feelings than somebody out in the street to hurt your feelings.
Sure. All right, let me see what else I got. We need a juicy one.
We need the sugar, honey, and the iced tea.
Here we go. So it says, am I the asshole for not crocheting a blanket for someone I don't know? She says, hi, I'm a 19-year-old female avid crocheter. I have been doing this for roughly 5 years consistently. It's my favorite hobby. Love that for you. For context, I'm currently in college, and in my writing class, there's this girl that I've had maybe 5 full conversations with. We are 100% not friends or acquaintances. We are doing a compare and contrast essay on 2 random things. I chose to do types of yarn because I know it like the back of my hand. My teacher jokingly asked me if I was going to bring him a crocheted blanket to show off to the class, and I was joking back. After class, this girl comes up to me and asks if I can crochet her a blanket for free because you seem to do it all the time, so it can't be that hard. Girl, I laughed. Good answer. Because I seriously thought she was joking. She was not. She got mad at me after I told her no and then called me selfish. Ugh. I told her I don't know her and I am not comfortable making her something like that. Some people in class are telling me suck it up and just do it so she could stop complaining, but the other half agree and think it's weird that she's asking me to do it. Am I the asshole here? I feel bad for saying no, but I also don't owe her anything. Oh, this one's easy.
Oh, this easy.
This is super easy.
This right here is straight way giving mean girl vibes. And the answer is no.
The answer is absolutely
Matter of fact, I'm getting a restraining order out on you.
I might drop this class because now y'all all putting me on the spot for no reason. I think it just displays such a massive lack of respect.
Yes.
You clearly are paying enough attention to me to know how talented I am at this, how much I enjoy it, how good I am. And not only do you want it for free, but girl, I don't know you. It is hard enough for me to justify making a throw-size blanket, a person-sized blanket for somebody that I know and love. I just made blankets for all 3 of my best friends for Christmas a couple years ago. Me and these girls have been friends since high school. I just made them blankets, okay? So let's be clear. Making gifts for people that you know and like is already enough of a lift. Yes. And now you're asking me as somebody who I barely had 5 conversations with, hey, can you spend hours and hours of your time
for free,
hundreds of your dollars to make this thing for me?
You couldn't even at this point pay me to make it.
Exactly.
You don't have
at
enough.
This point, you're cut off. Yeah. It's not gonna happen. That's a hard pass. So are you the asshole? Absolutely not. Because what it sounds like is she's being a jerk for the sake of being a jerk. She wants you to do it. She's trying to punk you is what it sounds like. Like this on some whole like on the yard type stuff. Like I mean the audacity. Where'd you find it?
The school bully.
Girl.
The school bully girl, please. Are we going out for cheer team? What are we doing? No. The bully is getting a 10 and you are getting a 0 for not being an asshole.
Girl. Ooh, these people a mess.
Ooh, she is. Ooh, don't make Auntie jump up.
You getting my mama all mad, all needed. Ooh, here's a good one.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for telling my husband I'll only make a crochet sweater for him if he learns the bare minimum crochet.
Give me some tea.
I'm sure there's a few crocheters in this sub that know the immediate sense of annoyance when someone asks, with no regard for the level of skill even basic crochet requires, to have something made for them. It's quite a setup. So my husband never asks, and I only do this as a hobby and never sell or take requests from anyone else anyways. Recently, he got a kitten, his first ever kitten, and asked me to make the kitten a little sweater. I told him no.
Not a sweater.
And when he brought it up again, I told him that if he learned to do a single stitch square in 4x4, so 4 inches by 4 inches, I would make a sweater for the kitten. He told me that it was too much effort to learn and that I had it lucky since I've been doing crochet since a kid. I don't think it's mean to say no. I just want him to understand I do this for fun and for myself, and that there is a level of skill involved that I don't want to progress towards. I make rectangles and only rectangles. I make blankets and coasters and pot holders and scarves, but I don't make anything for other people. I do this for fun and for myself. He has his own hobbies too. I figured it was understood that we don't have to mingle some of our hobbies. I don't really care one way or another if he plays video games or his Pokemon stuff. It's always gaming. We always like hating on the gamers. We do share a few hobbies like cooking and Minecraft and mixology, but the way he was acting after I told him my terms has me wondering if I'm being unreasonable. I need to put my thoughts together for this because my knee-jerk reaction is, it's a kitten. You're not making it for your husband at this point. You're making it for a kitten. And I'll do anything for the babies, for the baby animals or the baby humans.
No. I ain't doing it.
You're not doing it?
I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it.
Oh. Well, I think there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, right?
Yeah.
With these other situations, people are asking for sweaters and scarves and blankets.
Right.
This is a sweater for a kitten. And I get you don't want to progress your skills past what you're doing. You love what it is that you're doing. But I do think there is a point where making something for someone as close to you as your romantic partner, clearly y'all been married for a minute, I feel like sometimes those kinds of things are a bit of an investment in your relationship. It's saying, yes, I will inconvenience myself for you because I love you. And this is really not gonna take me that long. I feel like there's a little bit of give and take, even with your crafts, to, I don't know, it develops a closeness. And I'm like, oh, that was really sweet. Like, you didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate that you did.
Right.
And especially he got his first kitten and he wants his wife to be involved with like nurturing this kitten. I think it's incredibly sweet. And while I get it's not gonna be a super fun thing for you, it might be nice to do this purely for him and for this kitten.
I'm just thinking practical.
Sure.
I'm really just
I'm thinking like it's for the photo op. Let's be clear. Like you go, because that kitten is not gonna wear that sweater all day. You gonna make that kitten a sweater, and you're gonna take some cute pictures of that kitten in a sweater, and then you're gonna take that sweater off.
Again, I wouldn't say, no, babe, I'm not making that cat nothing.
Yeah.
You know, but what I would say is let's make the cat a little, maybe I'll make a little cat bed I can crochet.
It's worth the effort to try to meet in the middle.
Right, a little cat bed or something that we know, or a cat toy. I make an amigurumi, or maybe I make an amigurumi of the cat.
Yeah.
The actual kitten, what it looks like. Or I get some yarn that's the kitten color. Something fuzzy or something. Anything but just the blatant no of it all.
Yeah, I wouldn't just shut the whole conversation down.
I would try to.
There's a version of this conversation where I feel like she would be happy to say yes.
Yes.
And I feel like for somebody that you do want to make a gift for, similar to that last situation, there's some back and forth that could happen that would make the person then want to say yes. And I feel like that's the goal of finding like, where can we meet where you're happy with this, I'm happy with this, and we can make it happen. So if your first ask is a sweater, I'm like, you know what, boo-boo, I'm not really down for sweaters.
Or maybe
what
that's not my skill set.
Yeah, and that's what it sounds like. It's like, maybe, she don't really do, you know, 3D things.
I would just say, baby, that's not, you want to nip it in the bud. Baby, that's not my skill set.
Yeah.
I can't make what you showed me, or I don't have the concept in my head to make a cat sweater. Well, shoot, you ain't got to tell him, but in your head, you saying, I'm not going to look on Ravelry for 27 hours trying to find a cat pattern that I can make.
That can fit this kitten.
That can fit this kitten. And blah,
kittens
blah,
are so
blah,
tiny.
Oh, come on.
It's just little teacup babies.
Yeah, so make him something, but just not that.
Maybe not a sweater. Based off what she presented, I would say yes, you're kind of being an asshole because I feel like you're not trying to find a middle ground. And in this situation, seems like it would be easy enough to find some middle ground there where you would be happy to say yes. And I feel like there's been this thread through a lot of these stories of like people really not understanding the craft, but also not being respectful of the person who they're now asking something of.
Not only are you asking me, but then you want me to say yeah, but you bring it like that?
Yeah. I feel like with this situation though, the husband is like, I see you. I see you making stuff all the time.
All the time.
And I love that. And I would love if you would make something for my kitten. And so I feel like he's not approaching it with this entitlement, you know, or this expectation.
From what you posted.
We don't know all the details, but based off what we have, I feel like he was approaching the situation with pure intentions.
Yes.
And I think that is enough of an effort to be like, okay, baby, if not this, then maybe this over here.
I think
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got another one for us.
I'm ready.
It says, am I the asshole for dyeing the sweater my sister-in-law knitted for me? Says my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, offered to make me a sweater. I am also a knitter and I understand the time and effort that goes into a project.
Okay.
I said yes, but I asked if I could pick the color and also said I would happily pay for the yarn.
Okay.
Starting off strong.
Starting strong.
Now she declined.
Oh.
And said she wanted it as an excuse to use up her stash. She is a big time, tee-hee, I have a stash beyond life expectancy type of person. So she finished the sweater for me. It fit great, but it was in a beige color that I would never wear. I'm a soft autumn who favors plums, roses, terracottas, olives. I don't like plain colors very much, but I loved the look of the sweater, so I ended up dyeing it a pretty green. I reach for it all the time. So I wore it when I was hanging out with family and she was there. She said it looked like the one she'd made me. I said it was, but I dyed it. She stared at me for a long time and finally said, I wish you would have told me you were gonna do something like that. I wouldn't have wasted my Malabrigo on you. Girl, I was taken aback. And told her I absolutely love the sweater. I just would have never worn it in beige. She got the sour lemon look on her face and said she would keep in mind to never knit anything for me ever again. She got up and left the room and didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. I live in a different city from my family, so I probably won't see her again for a while. She has every right to not knit for me again, but was dyeing that sweater really that big of a deal? I thought it would be better for me to dye it a color I would wear than for me to never wear it. Am I the asshole? No, you are not, honey bun.
Listen, you asked her if you could buy the yarn.
Yes.
She said no. Once you give somebody something, if they use it as a dirt rag,
it's out of your hands.
It's out of your, just let it go.
Yeah.
I would have told her, listen, sweetheart, I spilled something on it. And would I have felt bad? No, because I probably would have spilled something on it.
Well, first off, I feel like it is a gamble to make something as involved as a sweater for a fellow knitter. For somebody who knows, appreciates, and does the craft, and saying, I'm gonna make you a sweater, but I'm gonna pick the yarn, I'm gonna do everything. That's like going to the store and buying me a sweater and you didn't ask for any of my input.
Right.
I may or may not like it. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna wear it. But clearly she liked the sweater, it's just the color was wrong. And the fact that she said she wanted input on the color, offered to buy the yarn, that is a clear indication she's quite particular about the things that she wears.
As soon as she said that, you should have understood, oh,
I have a lot of questions for you.
I got
because I want to set us both up for success here. I want to make sure you like the silhouette, that you like the design of it, you like the color, you like the fiber. How does the neckline sit? Are the sleeves long enough? Once you get into making your own clothing, you're so particular about how all these things, and you start to understand that there are so many different ways to alter a garment. So the fact that you, as the sister-in-law, did not ask for any of her input, like that was your first mistake, I think. Now, as the sister, the fact that you didn't mention like, hey, sister-in-law, this isn't my ideal color, I'm gonna dye it. Just giving you a little heads up. So you're not surprised when you see me at Thanksgiving in a green sweater that used to be a beige sweater, okay? I know, but I feel like it's that kind of stuff that is just a heads up. because part of the reason why she's upset is because she didn't know. I feel like the rules around gifting in general are not universally shared, because I agree, when you gift somebody something, that's theirs now. And if they want to cut it up in 20 tiny little pieces,
or take that yarn out and use it for something else,
it's theirs to do whatever they want with, in my opinion, because you've gifted it to them. They don't owe you anything. And I know I said earlier, if I gift you something, I want to see it, but I'm not entitled to seeing you wear it.
It's just
it would be very nice. Yes, it would be nice, because it's one way to honor the person who has gifted you the thing. And I think one of the ways to show respect and honor the person who gifted you an entire sweater made from Malabrigo, not cheap, from her stash too, so she's been holding on to it. I think it's very sweet that she made you something. And I think it would have been just a matter of respect, a little heads up, like, hey, I've been wanting to love this in beige, but I just don't love it. But I love the sweater, so I'm gonna dye it.
Here we go.
Just to give her a heads up.
If I knew that I was gonna see you for the holiday, I would have wore your funky beige sweater to the holiday party. And I would have said, girl, I love this sweater. It's beautiful. This is just not my color, but I wore this for you.
See, that's what I'm not gonna do.
Listen. I'm trying to compromise.
Okay.
But I do need to let you know that after that day, this sweater ain't gonna be this color no more. Because I ain't never wearing it this color, but I wanted to wear it for you. For today. So in my need to compromise, because I would have dyed the sweater and wore the sweater. Oh, that looked like the sweater. Oh no, girl, this ain't the sweater you gave me. This is another sweater. I feel like I
loved that sweater so much. I made me one in green.
You ain't gonna never. And all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these 20 pictures of me standing outside, me in the chair, me in the bedroom, me in the car, me down the street getting all in this cream sweater.
Isn't it wild to feel the pressure?
It's a lot.
To like overperform, to say, I really like this thing that you made for me, because you're trying to match the energy of the person who made it for you. I get that. And as a maker myself, I understand. And this is part of the reason why I don't make gifts, because similar to how you're never going to recoup the value of what you made by selling it at a craft show, in my heart of hearts, I never feel like something that I gift outside of things for pets and babies is gonna be truly appreciated to the level that I feel like it deserves.
And I think my biggest issue with this whole thing is you didn't give me any input.
Yes.
Why? You are
from the very beginning.
Controlling.
Yeah.
You are so controlling that I couldn't even choose the yarn.
Yeah.
You didn't let me choose the pattern. You didn't let me choose the fact that you wanted to make me something or not. Why me?
Yeah.
Or is it now, and now you mad because I didn't receive it in the way you intended? Yeah. And what were you looking for from me exactly?
There was a way to have set this up better.
Yeah.
Like, at least let me pick the color. Even if you don't want me to buy the yarn, at least let me pick the color. So this is a stash busting project for you. You want to use whatever yarn you want and whatever color you want. Why are we jumping to sweater? Why don't you make me something for my house?
Yeah,
right?
Make me some dish towels.
Make me an accessory. Yes. Make me something to put in my car. I don't know.
Something that you've seen me use before.
Yes.
But to jump into a sweater, first of all, that seems drastic. Very, I don't know, it's
presumptuous.
Like, that's the word that I'm looking for.
It's presumptuous, because like, especially for somebody who knits already, I could not dream, unless my best friend in the entire world came to me and said, ooh, girl, I really, really want this, and I don't have the skills or whatever, or the patience or whatever. Maybe it's like some fingering weight, something, whatever. Unless this person that I love so very much came to me just in dire straits, like, I need this thing. And even then, I'm like, okay, girl, I'm gonna need you to bring me the yarn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to bring it to me.
And bring me the yarn and buy the pattern.
Yes.
You want this thing.
I want it, then I want to make it exactly how you want it.
Don't come with your hand out empty. Okay, but put the yarn in there. Put the pattern in there. Man, take me to lunch. Something. Let's go to the yarn store together. Yes. Anything. So, are you the asshole for dyeing the sweater? If I had to give a score here, okay,
I give it a 5, maybe even a 6, because I feel like even just giving her a little heads up, kind of covering your behind, would have been a nice way to avoid some of the drama in front of family. Now, is she the asshole for being mad that you dyed the sweater? Yes. Absolutely.
And that I'm giving a 10.
I would give her a 10 for that.
Yeah,
because now you're making a scene.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to talk to me about the sweater ahead of time.
Right.
And now you mad that I changed the sweater afterwards. Like, you have no leg to stand on here.
Your family know
she's
like that. I'm sure you are not the first person she's made something for that somebody hasn't liked.
Yeah.
And you won't be the last.
Yeah.
That seems to be her trait.
Yeah, that's her MO.
Yeah.
And not
there's
cool.
always one.
But y'all should have settled that before Thanksgiving. Come on, y'all should.
You should have told her.
That should not have been news at the family gathering.
Right, any conversation that was had should have been had before, especially
1000%.
Thanksgiving. Come on.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Come on.
If you didn't want no tea, you didn't want no smoke, you could have left that sweater home.
Could have.
So it's a little passive aggressive.
It's a little
grain. You sprinkle it. You sprinkling it.
It's a little petty. It's a little petty. But
and she's definitely like, I don't know if I give you a full 5.
No.
I'd probably give the dyer a 3 or 4.
A 3 or a 4, really?
I'd give her a 3 or 4 because at the end of the day, you gave me a gift and I did what I wanted to with it. I don't owe you no right to this. You gave it to me. It is mine. And I get to do what I want. And I don't like the color. I'm sorry.
All right, girl, we got one more.
One more.
And I'm locked in for this one. It says, I am begging crocheters to learn what knitting looks like. I don't even know how you don't know the difference. It looks nothing like crochet, but the amount of times I see a post of people asking what stitch is this when it's stockinette, I just want to rip my hair out. Even crochet that mimics knit is still clearly crochet. I genuinely cannot fathom how people don't know the difference. And just as a sidebar, stop asking for a crochet version of the pattern after being told it's knitting. Learn to knit or learn to Google. You gotta do at least one of them for the love of Pete and chocolate chip cookies. Okay. So we got a 2-parter here. We need to figure out, crochet needs to learn the difference between knitting and crochet and stop asking for a crochet version of knit patterns.
My God, can I go?
Yes,
can I go?
absolutely you can.
Okay. Baby.
Sweetheart.
Darling. Puka Kim.
Best friend.
Listen.
Please.
You obviously have never done Tunisian crochet. Because if you have, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Tunisian crochet can look just like knitting.
Just like it.
And I'm a knitter and a crocheter and a Tunisian crocheter. I understand that you understand. But if people don't understand, they're not gonna be able to read the stitches.
Yeah.
You getting upset about something that is apples and a dog. They're not in the same category. You could show them 100 videos and they're still not going to understand it. We've stumped crocheters showing them that lovely bag in your book.
And they think it's knit.
And they think it's knit.
People will see my shawls, my Tunisian crochet shawls, and think they're knitted.
And if you turn them inside out, Pookie, it's pearls inside.
It looks like pearls. Yeah. I guess that kind of vitriol, that frustration of a lack of knowledge, I reserve that for people outside the craft.
Yeah.
Because they have not taken any time to understand it.
Right.
But for the people in the craft, clearly you just, there is a level of knowledge that you have not gained yet, and you're clearly trying to attain it by asking what the stitch is. So telling somebody, or what crochet stitches is when it's knitted, what's clear to you is not clear to everyone. This is not universal knowledge. You had to learn that at some point.
Didn't wake up
you
in the
didn't
morning
know
knowing
either.
And they don't know enough to know they don't know.
Exactly. And there are so many people coming to this craft on a consistent basis that it is frankly mean to suggest that crocheters just have no knowledge of knitting and aren't even trying, and that's why they still don't know.
And if
that's not fair. And these kinds of posts are the reason that knitters have a reputation of being snobby.
Yeah.
Because outside of the tools that you use or the yarns that you use, your hoarding knowledge and your lack of an openness to share knowledge is snobbery.
Yeah.
So, you know, a crocheter
and then we get labeled.
Yes.
For people like you. And we literally have to go in explaining ourselves.
Yeah.
Or people come up to somebody like her or I. Oh, well, I just know how to crochet, or I just know how to knit.
Like that's a bad thing.
Oh my God, honey, you already started off with the superpower.
Seriously.
I'm
you know,
fine.
and I think it is completely understandable and fair for you to have a preference of one hobby over another, or maybe you're a person who like, I learned how to crochet, I love to crochet, I don't want to learn how to knit, or vice versa.
And
that's totally fine. These are hobbies. When it comes down to it, these are things that we do on the side of other things, so you can make your choice.
If you're making it a craft or business, then that's completely different. Then this would be a non sequitur into anything that is going on, because you wouldn't care if
it wouldn't matter.
Thought it was crochet, or crocheter thought it was knit, or vice versa, or any of that. None of that would make a difference to you.
Yeah. So what I'm frustrated about, what annoys me is the frustration that you have to somebody who doesn't have the knowledge. Now, is it important for crocheters to have that knowledge? I think so. I think so. There's clearly a curiosity there about making a certain stitch or trying a different technique, but it takes being received with openness for somebody to then continue to pursue it. If somebody asks you what crochet stitch is stockinette, and you immediately say, it's knit, and you should know that. Well, now I don't ever want to learn how to knit.
And not from
not
you.
With that kind of attitude.
Anyway, and not from you.
No. And that's not right. And it wouldn't be acceptable for a crocheter to crap on knitting either. Not cool. We're all playing with yarn, and for the most part, most of us, I know not all of us, but most of us are women.
Right.
And the fact that you would then try to find even another way to drive a wedge between us, nasty work. Nasty work. We don't do that, okay?
Don't do that.
Now, the second part of this was, because they had to double down, because they have a lot of grievances. Stop asking for a crochet version of knit patterns, just learn how to knit. No, I will not. No, because I don't, and I don't have to. No. And for the most part, there are combinations of techniques that crocheters could employ to make something that looks just like your knit pattern. And as a designer myself, I've absolutely taken inspiration from knitting to make some of my pieces, because I think regardless of your skill or craft or whatever one you've adopted, you should be able to make whatever it is that you want.
Right.
So no, I will not just learn how to knit so I can make the knit pattern. No, I won't.
And it's not like knitting is rocket science, or crocheting isn't rocket science.
Yeah.
It's just where somebody is at that moment.
I feel like there is some redeeming understanding of where this person is coming from. It's not that the crocheter doesn't respect or appreciate knitting. That's just not where they are. Right. And you're not meeting them where they are. And instead you're meeting them with this vitriol and this frustration, like, ugh, you're just a crocheter and you just don't know.
Right. Hey, we all just get along.
So I'm relearning for like the 10th time how to knit right now. I made a mistake on my project. I tried to tink it back, dropped a stitch. What'd I do? I immediately folded that thing up. I shoved it in a bag, and I was like, maybe another day. I have completed 3 crochet projects since I put that thing away. But I still have this like fire in my belly to finish at least one more knit project.
Today,
yeah.
And we're gonna find where you drop that stitch, and we're gonna work it out.
Because
and then you're gonna go back to knitting again.
Because Tony of 5 years ago would have ripped that thing off the needles, frogged that yarn, and crocheted something.
And I would have been like, Tony, where's your knit project? And
I got rid of it.
And she would have went just
like that. But I'm growing. I'm growing.
Yes.
Listen, the Tony of yesterday is not the Tony of today. All right. And I'm proud of myself for not like rage quitting this project, because that is my first instinct.
Yes.
But we're getting there. So now that I'm trying to get knitting again for the who knows how many of time of my life, there is a patience that is necessary, and that I feel like we can very easily give to each other.
Right, there's a patience for learning.
Yes.
Just like there's a patience for teaching, there's a patience for understanding.
Yes.
Somebody is in a different place.
Yeah. It's not hard to approach these situations with some love and patience and understanding, some compassion for people that you don't even know. Come on, y'all. This is a community. We call it a community for a reason, and communities support and uplift each other.
Yes.
This nastiness. We don't like this. We don't need this.
You are.
Get off the internet for a little while. Go outside, touch some grass.
Yes.
Make some lemonade.
Put your foot in the. Get you some vitamin D, honey.
Girl, seriously, that's what you need.
Maybe you need some love, mom. We can.
Well, that was fun.
That was absolutely fun.
It's always surprising to me how much lovely drama exists in our community.
Ooh.
But I think it's nice to be able to sit down and kind of dissect it this way. But when it comes down to it, we are all just silly little blobs on a floating orb in the sky playing with yarn. That's what it really comes down to. So if you've got opinions on any of these stories or any others that you've seen, let us know down in the comments. And if
I was going to say, if you have some that you'd like us to address, because this could be a whole thing,
it could be a thing. Listen, if y'all want to see stories like this again, make sure you drop some links to some other Am I the Asshole stories, and we can get to those in our next video.
Awesome. We can make this a little thing, right?
This was fun. Awesome. Well, cheers.
Cheers
to another fabulous afternoon spent with my mama and spent with y'all. It's been an absolute pleasure. If you like this video, make sure you like this video and consider subscribing to our channel. We do fun stuff like this all the time.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.